I'm at Aldi. I just got my basket. I put a quarter and everything in. It's like renting it. And I brought my bags with me. I have a bag of bags. Miss Ivy has a bag of bags. All right. So if you've never been to Aldi, it's kind of like some kind of discount store. And they have a lot of things in their store brand. They have alcohol, which I don't drink. When you walk in the door, you walk through candy and alcohol and chips and salsa. It's like Snack Villa. So I kind of have decided that I try to more or less ignore this first aisle. Sometimes I'll get chips and salsa. They do some organic stuff in their brands. Like I like their organic, Simply Nature is their organic brand, and I like their salsa. Let me get a medium salsa. I could get a hot one. Their hot salsa is pretty hot. And they also have organic corn chips. And you may or may not know that in general, if I do corn, I try to do my corn organic. Whew, it's loud in here with all these carts, huh? Hey! I don't know why these people think this is a public store. Don't they know this is my own private shopping place? And they have some nuts and seeds. Sometimes I'll get, raw almonds or whatever from over here. But it seemed like it'd be hard to find raw and unsalted. Most of their stuff be salted and cooked. What you looking for?
Nothing.
Looking at the cookies. Sugar is evil. I don't even know you to buy cookies. Oh, here's some raw. I like to get this raw. Oh no, I like to get this. It's raw almonds, pecans, and pistachio kernels. So you're supposed to soak nuts if they're raw. Seeds you can just eat straight up if they're raw. Okay. I try to keep it moving. So far I got some salsa and the chips. Let me see what else I'm gonna get. Ooh, it's kind of tight over here to get through. Let me see if I can. Oops. Let me get some organic ketchup. It's not really the best because it's got sugar added to it.
100% pure maple syrup. I never noticed that before.
That's what I've been eating up of y'all's that I had found on the table downstairs. Now they got 3 containers of organic peanut butter down there. I'm telling you, people be getting stuff, they don't even know what they got. I'm getting some eggs this week. I'm not an egg every week kind of person, but they're 89 cents. So periodically I will get some eggs. And this place actually has, can you see? Simply organic eggs. But their organic eggs are like $4. I stay away from that. They have organic almond milk, and they have coconut milk, and they have organic whole milk and almond milk. If I'm going to make seed or nut milk, I just make it by blending it up with water. I don't even bother to strain it. But if you're into all of that, you can make it much more economically and have much more control over what you're doing by making it yourself. And I used to be into it for a minute. I used to make milks all the time. I also seem like I have the hardest time finding it, but sometimes they have this this organic kale. It's in a bag. I don't love stuff in a bag, but a bag is better than no bag. But I got a gift of a bunch of lettuce stuff from my cousin, so I'm holding off on lettuces and stuff. But I do need some. I need some Italian seasoning. They have a little organic spice section here, but I don't see any Italian seasoning. I kind of use that as my everything seasoning because it's got 2 or 3 different herbs and spices in it. So I'm going to pass on that. They have organic chia seeds and organic flax seeds in bags. That's their Simply Nature brand. I was a little skeptical of them the first time I came. And it kind of took me a while to get adjusted to them. But now that I've started coming here, I kind of appreciate them. And their brands are pretty good. They have their own brand of organic coconut oil. And I'm going to get some of their organic olive oil, which is good on salads. Ivy's getting some organic coconut oil. She got some potato chips. Ooh, those potato chips be good. But I try to stay away from white potatoes. It's hard. I try to only get them when they're organic. But those white potatoes, they are ubiquitous. They're everywhere. Now I'm kind of coming down a random aisle. In this aisle, they have a mix of stuff. And you never know what random things you might find. One time I found some organic peanut butter here, and it had flax seeds and chia seeds in it. Somebody over there cracking up. And their regular organic peanut butter is like $3, $3 or $4, even though it's in a plastic container, and I'm not crazy about that. But I got this for like $2. It was some kind of special, I guess something they were testing, and I was a little nervous to eat it. But it was good. I put it in my oatmeal. That's usually how I eat peanut butter. Every once in a while, I'll put it in my, I'll do a peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. But that's kind of unusual. But I don't see anything exciting over here. They do have an organic produce section. And then I always try to look for what produce they have on special. Yeah, I see. Is it on this end cap here? I see the sign over here. They moved their organic section. Can you see it? Organic. And they got tomatoes, celery. I still got some organic celery in my refrigerator from the last time I was here. Apples, avocados, bananas. These bananas are so green. I don't like to get bananas when they're green. It seems like you have to wait forever for them to turn. I like to get my bananas when they're a little bit yellow, and then they start to turn and get the little brown spots on them, and then they're like perfectly ripe. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I'll get a bag of apples. These organic yellow apples. But you gotta check when you get stuff in bags. Sometimes they might have gotten a shipment, a month ago, and this might be the bottom of their shipment. So you have to, stuff in bags is kind of iffy. So, and then they have even more produce over here, non-organic stuff. Ooh, they got raspberries. I love raspberries, and blackberries, and blueberries. Ooh, where are they getting that from? Where is that in season? Their lemons are over here too. Ooh, and grapefruits. Okay. And then over here they have the special buy section. They have a cooler with special stuff. Hurry while they last. They still got hams from, I don't know, Christmas, Easter, what was last holiday? And then they have this cooler where they kind of have their gourmet-y type stuff. And I've only been in 2 Aldis, but they're both set up the same. One is in Highland Park, which is a couple neighborhoods over from me, and it's sort of like a lower income community. And then one was in Southfield, and I thought, ooh, that's going to be fancy. It was the same setup, exactly the same setup. So they might have some things a little bit different in their special buys, maybe. But, ooh. And one time I found this fancy butter I like to get. I can't remember what it is, but it tastes so good. That European butter, it be tasting better. But I told y'all, I was talking to y'all earlier, I try to stay away from the butter. Okay. So they have this knock your socks off sprouted grain bread on special. Oops. Ow. You know what stranger my mother is talking to out here in the world. So look, I'm trying hard to get the non-low sodium one. But the last time I got the low sodium one, I couldn't tell the difference, so I don't know why I'm fighting it. But it's sprouted 7 grain bread, and the ingredients are pretty sane. whole sprouted grains of red wheat berries, quinoa, oat groats, rye berries, barley, amaranth, and millet, water, whole wheat flour, wheat gluten, honey, oat fiber, salt, cultured wheat, molasses, and yeast. I mean, wow, that's a pretty good quality product. Now, I've been eating it for a couple months, a couple weeks. I don't eat bread. I don't get a loaf of bread every week. Probably every other week, or maybe. Huh? I'll make some bacon if you get some cheese. I'll make a cheese bacon. You know, it's better. The more cheeses you have, the more variety it tastes. Oh, we don't have to get any smoked, but if you take some cheese and fry it and put some smoked paprika in it and salt and season it, you know, whatever seasons you have to have. Like if I have my Italian seasoning, I'll use it. If I have the 21 seasoning salute from Trader Joe's, I'll use it. And kind of make it like little strips and fry it up. And then when it gets a little bit hard, turn it over. Woo-wee. And then fry that side up. That's like bacon, it's to me. But you know, it's been 29 years since I had bacon, so I don't know nothing about no bacon. I do like to get frozen string beans. I really like the thin ones, yeah, the extra fine ones. Because when you put those in the oven, that's like, and then you put some oil on them and season them up and bake them. And then they get crispy. They're kind of like chips. They're as good as potato chips if I cook them and eat them. They're not as quick because you got to cook them. They probably take about 15 minutes. I'll be letting mine burn up because I go too long. But I try to minimize the cheese, but every once in a while we'll do the, you know, I'll do some cheese. I've been trying to cut it off. Since we're in a musical and everything, we have to save our voices. Since we're at the bottom of the barrel in terms of singing, we don't have a lot of cushion. Oh, look, they have some kale veggie burgers here. Can you see that? Kale, you probably can't see a big thing. But they have kale veggie burgers here. That's pretty fancy. I don't know what a kale veggie burger is. I like to make my own veggie burgers. But when I went to Whole Foods the other day, I did get some polenta or some grits. So I still have some of that left. So I'll probably do some grits and eggs and bacon, which is my fake bacon. Oh, and they still have this this whole wheat. Oh my God, Lord, help me. Okay. Ooh, I'm tearing up the joint. They have this whole wheat organic pasta. That's what I like. I like my pasta whole wheat, and I like my pasta organic. All right, so I think I've told you everything I've gotten as I've gotten it. It's nothing really exciting here. They got grapes and potato chips, and now I don't do grapes unless they're organic. For the most part, grapes and raisins I try to stick with. But, you know, they're mostly their store brand, but they do have some main brand stuff. I'm looking in the cooler now, and they have some White Castle's coolers, White Castle's slider sandwiches, whatever they call it. But a lot of their stuff is like the main brand stuff, but with their little twist on it. But, you know, I don't do a lot of packaged foods. They even have organic broth. Now, I make my own broth. Let's see if they have organic vegetable broth. I make my own broth. Let's see what's in this. I don't know. Okay. Organic vegetable stock. It's got water, vegetable stock flavor. Now, those natural flavors, they don't do good with my system. Some people say that's a dummy name for MSG, and I start getting headaches if I eat too much of that kind of stuff. It's got cane sugar, carrot juice concentrate, natural flavor. That's one I have to stay away from. I just, you know, when you're preparing your food, if you're into making broths, I haven't done it in a while, but I used to freeze up what I didn't compost, like the tips and stuff, and then you boil up, you know, all of the stuff that isn't fit to eat. My first mother-in-law used to say that I throw away enough food to feed a small family. But if you take that food and you put it in the pot and boil it up, it makes a good vegetable broth. You can find on YouTube a bunch of videos on how to make cheese, not cheese, but the fake bacon, the cheese bacon, if you're interested. And you can find great recipes, I'm sure, on YouTube. I've never seen them on how, somebody getting loud over there, I don't know what's going on how to make vegetable broth. All right, so we're in the checkout line. Thanks for being with us. Be you, be fabulous you. This was ALDI, A-L-D-I. I always call it ALDI's, but it's ALDI. And it's one of my favorite places to shop. Did I get everything I need? It don't look like I really got that much, but it'll last me the week. I'm just thinking about what I have in my refrigerator. I try not to have a lot of extra stuff going on. Look, I've never gotten anything like this from here, but they even have a section with deodorants and sanitary napkins and vitamins. I didn't know about this. I've gotten sparkling water from here once, but I never ate it because you have to have a bottle opener for it. And although I love sparkling water, ooh, fig or plum spread. That sounds fancy. Nope, cane syrup. Ooh, okay. Anyway, I'm out of here. Be you, be fabulous. Be fabulous you.